So we got to be real with all this stuff, you know. We got to be in reality. We can't be in la-la land, you know. So, no, you don't want to be a violent person, but you want to be able to defend yourself. That's what these lower chakras is for. They're for self-defense and survival. These are not your lower self. They're part of yourself. You don't have a lower self and a higher self the way they be teaching, right? Oh, you got to elevate your lower self. You got to conquer your lower self. There's no such thing as a lower self. All you got is a self, right, doctor? Just a self. You don't got all these higher and lower selves, and one is bad and one is evil and all that kind of crazy stuff. You got one self, and you got to manage it and make everything complementary to each other and in balance and harmony with each other. So sometimes you're going to see people writing these Kemetic yoga books talking about the Sphinx. And he's talking about the Sphinx, the head represents the higher self because it's a human, and the body is a lion representing the lower self. That's crazy. The Sphinx represents the human person personifying the energy of the lion. The lion is the master. The lion is the conqueror. The lion is, you know, in control of his stuff. It's not the lower self. The lion, you want to acquire the lion spirit in your own self. You want to acquire the spirit of that falcon flying and soaring over everything in yourself. You know, animals are not lower self. Animals are part of your true self. Everybody has an animal nature and an animal spirit that accompanies you. My spirit is a bear. I found that out in Sedona. Well, yeah, I found that out in Sedona because I was up meditating on one of those mesas and stuff, and I said, putting this bear come up behind me, and I was like, there ain't no bears around here, but it kept coming up behind me, but it wasn't there in reality. But it was like telling me, I'm your animal spirit, dude, you know, stop being scared. Yes, and so I'm like a bear. I'm kind of big, I'm kind of sleepy, kind of grumpy, you know. For real. Anyway, so what we're going to do next in this sequence is the goddess pose, right? And the goddess pose, because it's a feminine, it's activating feminine energy. And feminine energy don't mean like being all womanly, right? Feminine energy is simply more etheric. It's more lighter energy. There's nothing wrong with feminine energy. That's why all men need to cultivate their feminine energy, because most men are, I ain't even going into that, but most men have just got problems. We got issues and stuff because we too masculine, we too aggressive and masculine and out of balance. And the society we live in is one which is out of balance, and it makes women out of balance. It makes women try to become more masculine instead of cultivating their feminine goddess energies. And so all of these poses, when you see goddesses and gods, they're all the same. They're all part of the same. Let's think of a circle. And if you see a god, a goddess, whether it's ancient Egyptian or whether it's Indian or Native Americans, they all part of that same continuum. And we shift and we flow from one to the other depending upon situations and what we need to do. Okay?